Hello everyone, in this video I'm going to talk about VPNs, virtual private networks. Um, why would one need a virtual private network? Well, you want to keep your internet activities private. If you don't want Uncle Sam or your boss to know what you're streaming, well, you get a good virtual VPN, virtual private network. Um, if you don't want the cable company, the movie industry, so on and so forth, to know that you're viewing certain um, contents, you get a VPN, a good VPN. And there are free VPNs. Well, again, sometimes you get what you pay for. Sometimes just because it's cheaper doesn't mean it's better. Um, if you're using public Wi-Fi, like at a park, at a Wendy's or McDonald's, you use a VPN because unfortunately others can view what's on your phone or your laptop simply by way of the free access to free Wi-Fi. Well, by using a VPN, that knocks it out because it encrypts the your data from point A to point B. Um, Another advantage of using a VPN, let's say for Netflix. Um, First, the VPN. Every single device on the web has its own IP address. And within that IP address, wherever you're using that device, like for example, your zip code. Well, if you have a specific zip code in the United States, well, that's that particular area. Well, within that IP address, it tells where you're located, also exactly where you're located, and also the device that you're using. So if you had 10 laptops in your home, well, you would have 10 different IP addresses. And within those IP addresses, part of that IP address will be, well, you're at certain, in a particular area. Um, Now, that's important because there are some sites like Netflix, for example. Netflix tries to block its websites from different companies. Like, for example, England. If you're in England, normally you would not be able to get Netflix. Why? Well, Netflix, when someone in England is trying to log on to Netflix, well, the IP address will automatically tell the site where you're trying to stream from. And if you're trying to stream from one of them blocked um, countries, it's not going to let you in. So you use a VPN. By using a VPN, instead of the Netflix system finding or thinking that you're in England, you would log into your VPN account and you would click a US IP address. If there was something in another country, let's say Japan, and that content, the media or content was blocked because you're out of the country, well, you go into your VPN and find an IP address that's a server. It's like the server. You want to find a server in Japan, latch onto it. By latching onto it, you will have a IP address within Japan. In England, if something's blocked and you can't watch it unless you're in England, well, you go into your VPN, find a server for England, Great Britain, or whatever, latch onto it, and you will have a Great Britain or London or whatever IP address. And most likely you would be able to watch it. Now, they still try to come up with other ways. But again, for the most part, the VPNs are, they will reduce the cable company from snooping in to see what you're viewing. The movie industries, oh, they don't like you watching their movies, especially, when they want you to go and spend $20, $30 at a movie theater, whereas you can watch it at home. So if you don't want them to know what you're watching, if you don't want Uncle Sam or your employee to know what you're streaming, well, you use a good VPN. Now, right here, I have two. I'm going to cancel Express VPN and keep iVanish. They're two of the better ones, two of the best. Express VPN $12.95, iVanish $10. I like iVanish because it seems to have more servers. The more servers, the more media content. Now, let's say if I want to view something out of Great Britain, let's say Canada. All right, I'm not in Canada, but I need a Canadian IP address to view something. Or I just don't want someone to know what I'm viewing, so I just use here's Toronto. So I click, yes. Now this is when you're using your Android box. All right, wait for it to authenticate. And then, give me a second. Wait for it to authenticate in a second. I was having a little trouble in loading when you're using IP Advantage or either or. As you can see at the top here. Let me see. Give me a second. Right along here. Okay, right there is sufficient. Well, I was having some trouble because due to the fact that my time and date, let's say for example, where is it at? Give me a second. All right, that's cool. So you want to make sure your time and date is correct. And if it's not connecting, then you would click, scroll down, and you would see the error message, so on and so forth. And it's nothing major. Now, I'm in IP Advantage. I'm in Toronto. Now that I'm set, I want to exit this screen. And in order to exit, you don't want to click back or whatever. This is what you simply do. You click the home. Now you can go to coding and you're in. So how do you get either or? One or the other, one or two, IP Advantage, IP Vanish, or Express VPN, $12.95, $10. I like this one. Not because it's $10, because it seems to have more servers. Well, you're going to need a Gmail account, Gmail email address. And then once you get your Gmail email address, you're going to log on to the Play Store or your Apple Store, whatever. And you're going to, once you log in, I'm not logged in because I have to correct, put in my correct email address. My password, I'll do that later. So once you've done that, you've downloaded the two. Now, they're right here in the front, but when you download your two, most likely they're not going to be in the front. One, where's the other one? Two. As you can see, they're no longer in the front. So since I'm here, whenever you want to put an icon like Facebook or something, first you're going to click this plus. There's Facebook. There's Express VPN. You can only put so many. And there's IP Vanish. I'm going to left click and exit. Or you can hit if you got the keyboard, most of you will, Well, you just escape. Now, what if I no longer want um, Netflix up here? Well, I go find Netflix. I'm gonna, where's Netflix? Netflix, Netflix, Netflix. There it is. Click Netflix. Um, there is Messenger. Then I'm going to exit or escape or back, either or. And here you have it. So now that my VPN is connected, and I can check by clicking up here. See, VPN connected, so on and so forth. Then I start streaming. If I want to change my location, I would go back to my VPN, change the location, and then go back to streaming. So again, if you don't want Uncle Sam, the cable company, the movie industry, and whoever else snooping in to see what you're streaming online, you get a good VPN. And two of the best are ExpressVPN and IPVanish. IPVanish, $10 a year, $10 a month. ExpressVPN, $12.95. One advantage that ExpressVPN has, whenever you refer someone, they will give you a free month. Well, if you refer 12 people, well, that means you would have gotten their service for an entire year for free. So that's the main advantage over, one of the main advantages over IPVanish. So that's about it. So remember, you need an email address, your Gmail email address. You need to go into the Play Store, download either ExpressVPN or what's the other one? IPVanish. ExpressVPN, I have the link on my site. IPVanish, you would have to go into the what's the name store and download it. That's about it. Have a nice evening. Thank you.